And so mind is using a little bit these spiritual teachings, and mind is kind of masking itself as spirituality. Now, how do I know that? Because if you were seated as the self, we would not be having this conversation.
But that's what I'm saying, Tommy, is I know I'm doing it.
That's
and
what I'm
thank
saying.
you. But then how do you get out of knowing that you're doing it?
This is where it becomes very difficult, you know what I mean, for me as a teacher, because you have a mental understanding. You know what I mean? And so what's happening is that you are still using spirituality and on the level of mind. And this is beyond the level of mind. You know? And so you're getting in this sort of dog chasing its tail thing because you're still dealing, you know, even though you're using spiritual axioms and things, you know what I mean? It's still mind on the level of mind, which is why you get so tied up, because you're tied up in your mind, and you know what I mean? And to throw something else in that soup, there is also that little bit of awareness that is getting glimpses of all of this happening, and that's there too. But this is imbued with mind. It's so much mind. And so you have to realize, and your mind is working double, triple, quadruple overtime to figure this out. That is not something that self does. And so when this goes on in your head, you just watch it. And we can carry on about this at another time, because I want to get to some other people's questions. But it will take, if that were happening in my mind, I would just be watching it and be unaffected by it. It's not that that can't happen in the mind, and that doesn't, it's not any evaluation of your practice or anything like that. But when my mind is doing those types of things, when my ego wants to come and get up, I watch it just like I watch this orchid, and it is nothing to me. You know what I mean? And you're getting tied up in your mind. Whether you and you're saying I realize it, but you only kind of really half realize it. But it's been a wonderful exchange, because lots of people are experiencing exactly what you're experiencing, you know, or in their own way. And this is the difficulty, is the difference is, and remember this, when you're dealing with mind on the level of mind, as opposed to dealing with mind as the self. And the mind, the ego, will hijack your spirituality, and it will tiptoe in the back, start whispering in your ear, you're an empath, you know what I mean? You can feel this, you can feel that. Let me go yell at my girlfriend, you know what I mean? And it'll all seem so spiritual.